Would Jane Alway please come forward to accept the presidential citation for this year?
Jillian asked me to say a few words, and for any of you who have participated in class discussions with me, I'm sure your first thought as I approached the microphone was, oh no, this is going to be good for at least a couple of hours. So I'll put your minds at rest. I'll only speak for an hour and a half. But seriously, I will keep this brief. First, I want to thank the faculty and staff of Yorkville for giving me this honor and for the opportunity to share my thoughts with the graduating class, their friends, and family. I liken this degree to a journey that we've all been on, and I feel it's safe to say that the path of this journey has been both challenging and rewarding for all of us. I must say the start of the journey was quite a shock. If we roll our minds back to the first course, Biological and Developmental Bases of Behavior, we learned that our first papers were due 5 days into the program. Then there was the astonishment of realizing that we would have on average 1 paper due each week and discussions to participate in every day, to say nothing of all of the textbooks and periodicals to read. But as my friend and fellow graduate Catherine Center said, this degree changes you. We all learned ways to rise to the challenge of the demands upon our time and our brains. We developed and shared with each other some very resourceful coping strategies. For example, we have Brenda Lurkey to thank for the development of the 25-hour metric day as a means of giving us each more time every day to get things done. I must say that I felt a strong sense of community, that we were all in this experience and on this journey together. I've always felt that a person gets out of an experience what they put into that experience. And given that, I constantly marveled at how much everyone put into this degree. In fact, I feel I got so much out of the degree because of the efforts and knowledge shared by all of my classmates. And after coming home from a full day of work, I was always eager to turn on the computer and experience the wisdom and creativity of my classmates in the discussion forums. I feel that we all inspired each other on the journey, and that the online learning experience brought a level of participation that I've not experienced in a traditional classroom setting. Speaking of the online experience and what people bring to it, I want to comment upon the dedication and commitment of the faculty at Yorkville. I had not had the pleasure of having a number of the professors on the platform, but for example, Dr. David Teplin. For any of us who had the pleasure of having Dr. Teplin as a professor, we experienced someone who was available for discussion, commentary, feedback, and endless knowledge 7 days a week. He seemed to respond to our questions almost before we had the opportunity to ask them. And also, Dr. Gary Hughes, during my 8-month practicum, I was unfailingly impressed by the level of support provided by Dr. Hughes. He took the time to respond to each and every clinical activity sheet, even on December 24th, when bricks and mortar schools would have been closed for the holidays. In fact, it was during the Victoria Day long weekend that I received word from Dr. Hughes that I had passed my MCP, and I think that's a sign of the dedication of the faculty of Yorkville. I believe that we as online learners are an exceptionally motivated group. Many of us committed to this online experience because of the desire to continue our paths of learning while still needing or wanting to participate in a variety of other paths or commitments. Many of us came to Yorkville needing to balance a multitude of life's challenges. As Rita Mamone put it, we have the gifts of perseverance, strength, faith, and determination. We've all grown through this process and have come to realize how much strength and determination we each possess. I believe that the rigors of balancing the completion of this degree with work and family will show each of us what it is possible to do, and that we will be able to impart that to the clients that we work with. I must say I was always amazed at the life stories of my fellow classmates and the variety of life challenges many of us have faced. For some of us, these challenges may have played a large role in the decision to pursue this degree and to have fueled our desire to help others. Each of us has a story, and we each possess a strength that will allow us to impart a vision of possibility and hope to our clients. For example, we've learned that we are never too old or too young to grow and change, and I believe that we've been given excellent tools that will allow us to move forward with a continued commitment to learning, and that we will be able to meet with our clients with open minds and open hearts. I guess I might add that Yorkville does irritate some people. As I was coming to the end of my degree, I was completing a telephone survey. Near the end of the call, the surveyor asked, "Are you a full-time student? A full-time employee?" I responded, "Yes." There was a pause. "Well, which one?" "Oh, both. I'm employed full-time and I go to school full-time." "Oh, well, I can't code that. You have to pick one or the other." I thought, well, wasn't that the whole point of the online journey, that we would have the flexibility so that we wouldn't have to pick one or the other? Along this path, as each of us struggle to balance our respective commitments, I believe we learn the depths of support that will come from others. Many of us are joined here today in thought or physical presence by loved ones who unstintingly supported us in a multitude of ways as we worked our way through what must have at times seemed for them, as well as us, like an endless process. I know I wouldn't be standing here today without the enduring and endless support provided to me by my husband, Blair Stainton, who is now, I must say, a top-notch expert in APA format. I believe I may speak on behalf of all the graduates in giving a heartfelt thank you to the family members and friends who have stood by us along the way. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Finally, there's something I did not count on when I started the online degree. I didn't realize that I would be joined by such an amazing and wonderful group of fellow students. I didn't know that I would develop friendships that are now so dear to me. I treasure you, the people I've met in this process. And with this graduation, the journey of learning continues, and I hope that as we all move forward, we will remain connected with each other. Thank you for being on the journey, and Dr. Hughes, the weather's quite wonderful in Fredericton, and thank you for that as well. Thank you.